she can take care of herself and others, that makes her less attractive. Yes.
If you're with a woman who respects you and you respect yourself and you respect her, there's no power.
As women, we cannot win. If you now don't have anything and you say you want to be dating a baller, you are a gold digger, and then they also say, so if I pay all the bills,
one thing I will have is my money to pay for the meal if you want to act like a bastard.
Next.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Naija Girls Dish with and Diana. Today we're going to be talking about how, so they say, higher earning women are less attractive. What a crock of shite!
Okay, so this comes off of, like, there was some podcast where guys, a male podcast, very interesting chat, where these guys were basically, this is what they were saying. That was the argument, right?
Yeah.
So you're saying it's a crock of shite because you don't believe it.
It's a crock of shite because...
But I do think that some men find women who make a lot more money less attractive.
So it's crock of shite because it's not that I don't believe it. I believe it's very true.
Oh,
it's
but
just
it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Of course, it's ridiculous.
So it's a foolish velocity. It's not a word, but run with me, guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's
it's somebody else's insecurity,
basically.
So to say, I think for me it was the tagline, because that's what they said, that they're less attractive, and that is, I don't understand how you can say because a woman is doing well for herself, she can take care of herself and others, that makes her less attractive. It just means that you're intimidated by her success. That's what it means to me.
That sounds like a you problem.
Yeah,
and not a me problem.
But it's just really sad because it's like, it boils down to the whole, if you're looking for a partner, are you supposed to dumb yourself down? Are you supposed to lie about how much you're making? Are you supposed to lie about where you live? Okay, I have to tell a story, right, that goes in line with this. So when I was living in Nigeria, before I met my husband, a friend of mine said to me, a male friend gave me some advice. And this wasn't like, this wasn't, not malicious because he's my friend, it's not going to be malicious. It wasn't like, I didn't take it the wrong way because I knew what he was saying. I just didn't take it on board.
So his point was valid, it's just
for me, I was like, but I was like, I get where you're coming from and you're trying to help me, but I'm not going to accept this advice, basically. Okay. So I recently moved to a pretty affluent estate in Ikoyi on the island, right? And my friend came and he dropped me off, and he came in and he had to look around and he said, oh, you know, and I wasn't dating my husband at the time, and he was like, you know, I would suggest that when you go out on dates, they don't drop you home, they don't see where you live. Not from a safety standpoint, because they decide to come and they want to kidnap you. My safety, do you know what I mean? It wasn't about, you know, they're going to rob you, they're going to kidnap you. It was like,
my God.
He was kind of insinuating that I wouldn't be able to find someone because they would be threatened or intimidated by where I lived. That's basically what he was saying. And I think I knew that for me, I'm gonna find someone that is gonna match this.
This is my point. You don't have to reduce yourself.
So I'm not gonna reduce it so that you feel better. No, I'm gonna match this and more, because I don't understand. If this is where I'm living now, why is this one?
Stay here?
This is just the starting point, uncle. So, and that's my own friend, and he's a man. So he's basically saying, without saying, because maybe you wouldn't use the words less attractive or whatever, but he was basically trying to tell me that guys are going to be intimidated.
The total
and you're not going to be able to find someone because they're going to be like, oh, what do I have to bring to the table?
My thing is, so you're telling me, you know, all this time that I'm waiting, I'm supposed to be homeless, ugly, unemployed, waiting for you at the Allen Avenue bus stop on the road for you to pick me up and turn me into this beautiful flower. It doesn't make any sense. I'm having to just hold off on my blessings because you're the real prize. It just doesn't add up for me. And really, like you said, it's an insecurity. If you have that much insecurities that you're telling me you're going to be intimidated by a woman that's got her own, that's been hustling, that's been going for it, then you should be alone. You should be by yourself. It doesn't make sense to me. But I also feel like it goes in line with the way women are told to live, the way they're told to, what they're told to pursue. Even the whole idea that people go to university to find a husband. It's not to get an education. It's just because... No, you know now.
No, I don't know.
Yes, girls go to uni in America here because they know they're going to find a husband.
In uni.
Yes.
I've never heard this in my life.
What? You've never heard that?
Who goes to uni to find their husband? Sorry.
That's a lot of, excuse me, that's one of the main reasons why people go to university, because they know they're going to find a husband in those 4 years or 3 years, depending, and then you won't actually have to use your degree, because a lot of women just want to, that's what they want.
I have never heard
it's
this.
it's like a
Are you
standard.
serious?
A lot of parents say, that's why people pick specific unis. You know, people that go to all black HBCUs.
Oh no, I was about to say, I mean, seeing as we're here, I don't want to get, any government official to come. But in the family, that very famous family, where reportedly somebody went to a specific uni.
But this is it. It's normal. So when you're doing that, it's because you're trying to trap a man, I guess, because they've made it so that your worth is tied to how well you marry and who you marry. How about you get your ish together and you both build an empire? I don't understand.
Yeah, look, for me, I just think that people just like talking reckless. As women, we cannot win. If you now don't have anything and you say you want to be dating a baller, you are a gold digger, and then they also say that thing. Okay, so if I pay all the bills, what does she bring you to the table? Now, if you can pay your mortgage, you can do this, you can do that, you got a good job, whatever, they will now say you're unattractive. So which one is it?
No,
you should have or you shouldn't have. That's what I'm saying. You can't win.
You're damned if you don't. But my thing is, I think a lot of it also has to do with power play. You want to feel like you're running the show. Yes. If you're with a woman who respects you and you respect yourself and you respect her, there's no power play. She's going to just be with you and do for you. And you're going to do for each other. Yeah. But I feel like they want to have more because they want you to always have to need them. That idea of being needed and wanted and feeling like, I need everything she needs. If she needs sanitary towel, she must come to me. Sanitary towel!
Yeah.
If she needs to go to the cinema, she must come to me. If she needs to buy food, she must come to me, because that validates your manhood. I don't believe it's my duty to validate any single man living on God's green earth. I think I have things I can add to you as you have things you can add to me. But it is not my duty to basically to set up your manhood. That's on you. Yeah. If you are intimidated by a woman that has money, that has a car, that has brains, then sweetheart, there is a harem of girls. So
she don't want you anyway. She doesn't want you anyway.
Bruh.
Like, I think the whole thing is just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, granted, not every man thinks like this.
No, this is not every man.
That goes without saying.
There's a good number.
But I feel like there's this podcast era of, like, there's these guide podcasts where it's like, I feel like when I'm watching, they're just slating, their thing is to slate women. And I love my brothers. Like, I love black men. It's always
black women that they're slating.
Yeah, like, they just don't like us. I don't know. There's self-hate, but then it does a whole different topic. But, like, so for me, I have to say it's very hurtful when you just see them going off of, like, all this kind of crap. But to say that somebody is less attractive, I think for me, it's, they want you to have these things, but you shouldn't flaunt it. So it shouldn't be made known. So they want to be needed, like you said. So therefore, if you have these things, you should basically lie.
Have you ever seen a man lie about how fancy a car, how big his house is, how big his bank account is? Why must I? Men they flash and they show it all. Yeah. That idea that I should now be hiding in coral. Don't get me wrong. I want to go on a date and I want to be treated. I want you to pay it. I don't want to split the bill. No. The third, fourth one, I might treat you. It's okay. But the first, second, and the third, I'm really not even lying to you right now. That's on you, boo, because I want to be wooed and I want to be courted. Now, one thing I will have is my money to pay for the meal if you want to act like a bastard.
Vex
money?
Yes.
I will have my Vex money.
Yeah.
But again, like you said, so imagine you had a girl, she can't afford the food. What do you do? Well, you're the one that said that she should not have anything. Yeah. She should be waiting for you. She should be on bended knee, ready to cater to you.
And honestly, I do feel like if a guy is like with someone that doesn't like, I mean, you cannot be working, but if you're like literally not doing anything, and vice versa with a man and with a woman, you end up losing respect for the person. Facts. So I just don't understand.
Like, imagine you've been at work all day and you come home and she's lying there on the sofa. Yeah. Do I want to slap her face?
So I just think this is the same set of people that said, if you're with a high rolling man, just know he's cheating on you and just be happy that you're the wife. Be happy he wifed you. So this, to me, lends to the conversation about women are just property.
Well, that's the that's what the whole dowry thing. That's why a lot of people want to stop doing the dowry thing, because it does feel like you've just been bought.
You know,
I personally don't. I don't believe I subscribe to dowry. I understand why it came about. I do get it, but there is something about it being a purchase of another human being, and I don't like it. And so many times, it's even when the divorce happens, men ask for their dowry back. So you did actually
for the yam and the cows,
and you really bought her. You bought her, and in the fact that you bought her, she is there to service you in any way, shape, or form, and that's unfortunate. Because I feel like we're both buying into this relationship. It's a bank account, and we're putting investments in. But if I'm for hire, because essentially that dowry is for how long?
Yes, I was about to say, how long does that last? The money
it's usually not that much either. So it also it lends to the idea that I'm also worth barely anything.
Look, I'm not property. I am nobody's property
at all.
I think if you have a problem with a woman earning more than you, then shift. Next, she'll find somebody. Why is it that women don't have any issues with dating someone who is probably not in the same pay bracket, like who's in a lower pay bracket, but men have, some men, sorry,
yes.
I mean not, some men have an issue, like the people that made the statement, with dating women in a higher
because we've been told about the ratio. We've been told there's 50 men to one, or no, is that right? Well, it doesn't matter.
Less women.
There's less women than there are men. No, there's more women than there are men.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, listen, the way she just led me astray. Because a lead person, she just led me to the dungeon. Anyway, sorry, focus.
Yes,
so there's more.
Less guys.
Exactly. So
more choice.
Way more women.
So there's more choice and you think she's as attractive. Move! We don't want you! We don't want you.
Women feel like, oh my God, if I get him, I might not get another one, which is why they submit and then they fall prey to the bullshit. And that's why you're like, do you know what? He don't have a job. It's okay. I'ma feed him. He doesn't necessarily bathe all the time. It's all right. Is that necessary? Do you know what? His hair is not fine. His hairline is reducing, but it's okay because he can still give me children. No, this is not me. This is a never me. Never me. Jamie, never me. But there are women who will take anything. When I see certain women and I'm like, oh, she's married, she's engaged. When you see the person she's engaged to, when you see the person she's married to, you say, Auntie, I does you. That's for you. So I feel like the idea that you might be able to secure this man and so many other people want him. And mind you, he's not prime cuts. This is not all men, this is just some. But you will bend and you will bend like crayfish. You will do it all. You will do it all. But I don't think if you make more money, you are less attractive. I truly, truly believe the insecurities that men are currently working with are weird. You guys a lot of you have put yourself in this elite box, and I'm not saying you're not the prize, but as you are the prize, also know that what are you bringing? Be more than just your bank account. I think that's the problem. A lot of men think they are just like their bank account is really all they need to be.
Their bank account is like an umbrella service, so it covers everything.
Are you emotionally intelligent? Like, are you driven? Yeah. Do you care? Are you compassionate? Are you romantic? Are you all these things? A lot of people, like, it's so crazy because obviously everyone feels like, whenever you look for money, whenever you don't have money, you want more. When you have money, you still want more. That's never going to change. But to have money doesn't mean to be void of everything else.
And to any woman out there who was told that they are less attractive or they're not going to find anyone because they make a certain amount of money, or they've been told to dumb themselves down to find someone, don't do that.
It's not worth it.
Don't do that.
It's
that's a lie from the pit of hell. It is
I feel like
lie,
everyone
okay?
has a person like.
Whoever said that to you, cut them off. Unless it was my friend, but he wasn't really saying it like that, so I didn't cut him off because he's a really nice person.
That was like light advice. Light advice.
Yes. No, it's a lie. So because I know that but the thing is, I feel like there are women out there who could have watched that thing and have heard this and thinking, but then I don't understand. So what am I going to do? Earn less? Like what?
It's just annoying because the statistics are that women that are really buoyant and comfortable and financially stable are single and unmarried and black. That's the honest to goodness truth of it all. But I believe you can find within your tax bracket.
Yeah.
And if you want to date a man that is beneath your tax bracket,
there's no issue. Yes, there's no issue with that either.
I think just don't allow anyone to treat you some type of way.
Yeah.
Know that you're worth all the things that you deserve.
You're magic.
Yes. Oh,
Magic.
magic. Yeah. Gold dust.
Sprinkles.
Oh God. Anywho,
Sparkles.
guys, that's a wrap for today.
See you on the next one.
Bye.
Sprinkles, sparkles, shining
Gold
glitter.
dust. Black girl magic.
Yeah.
All that good stuff.
Next.